Hello world and welcome back to Ear to the Streets 24/7. We have some crazy conspiracy theories that I found on TikTok, and by the end of this, you're not going to trust anything you see on TV. Let's get started.
What about people who say you're only interested in the Middle East for oil?
What? Huh? Oil? Who said something about oil, bitch? You cooking?
Listen, if you're not like a millennial and you're like Gen Z, Dave Chappelle was so ahead of his time back when he was doing his sketch comedy show. Listen, when I was a kid and I watched The Matrix, I thought by the end of the movie I could punch through walls if I believed it.
You can cut a leaf in half, but that half of the leaf isn't actually gone. This is the basis of the phantom leaf experiment. The good old 70s brought us this infamous experiment. It was controversial and the results were inconclusive. What if I told you that plants have a biological field, and this biological field contains the blueprints for all of the physical information about that plant? And according to a few studies that I read, cutting off about 30% of the leaf provides you with the optimum results for the phantom leaf. The method used to visualize this biological field is called Kirlian photography. It's a really groovy way of creating images or a video of any conductive object using high voltage corona. And if you saw any of those quick phantom flashes in the previous clips, that is called a double exposure. Double exposures are a photography trick which have existed since the mid-1800s. Basically, you overlay one photo or video on top of another, give them identical composition except for the object that you want double exposed, and bam! Cool looking photo. Now, I'm not attacking those who believe that plants or humans have an aura. I'm just saying that Kirlian photography does not reveal some hidden biological field contained within a plant.
Interesting. So this is a Mandela effect. A lot of people think the Fruit of a Balloon logo did not have a cornucopia, and so people are going out there looking for it.
Here's three angles of the same incident that happened in Vancouver, Canada.
You know what's interesting about this UFO right here? This image. If you check another video I have, there's another person who has shown almost the same exact UFO, but it was like a tan color. So
you do have a bunker there. Is there something you know that we don't?
No, I think that's just like a little shelter under, and it's like a basement.
A little shelter. What are you worried about?
It's a basement.
Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg has been building a 1,400-acre compound, mansions, tree houses, and tunnels in Hawaii. Underneath it all, he's built a 5,000-square-foot underground shelter with its own energy and food supplies and what appears to be a blast-resistant door. Workers have been fired from the crew after posting about the project on social media, and crews are kept away from certain projects on site site, so no one has a full picture of the compound's layout. Zuckerberg was asked if that underground space was a doomsday bunker. He replied,
"No, I think that's just like a little shelter. It's like a basement. I'm very masculine with my curly Caesar hair." But anyway, I like this where he's like, it's just like a little shelter. It's 5,000 square feet. Just little. Interesting.
Billionaire speak for you.
Yeah.
Dozens of cameras and manned guard towers peeking out from hillsides secure the area.
They did say when this got announced that it caused like a buying frenzy. It was up 2,000% like requests for bunkers.
Well, people know that they know shit that we don't know.
Because my primary client works in the defense sector, I spent a lot of time studying the cost-benefit analysis of military campaigns. There was one program in particular that terrified my client the most. A simple 3-stage maneuver that could topple a country's government from within. The first stage was isolation. Disable their communication and transportation. Make the target as deaf, dumb, and paralyzed as possible, setting them up for the second stage. Synchronized chaos. Terrorize them with covert attacks and misinformation. Overwhelming their defense capabilities, leaving their weapon systems vulnerable to extremists in their own military. Without a clear enemy or motive, people would start turning on each other. Done successfully, the third stage would happen on its own. What's the third stage? A coup d'etat. Civil War.
This chamber is the coldest place in the known universe. More than 40 times colder than interstellar space, but what's it actually cooling? Last week I got a call from Microsoft.
I can't really share much on the phone, but we have something pretty incredible coming up that I think you'll want to see.
Next thing I knew, I was on a plane to Seattle, hopping into a car, and before I knew it, inside a lab at an undisclosed location. It was here that I finally got to see what this was all about. It was here that I got to see the Majorana 1, Microsoft's extreme breakthrough in quantum computing and the result of nearly 20 years of hard work. This team was able to control a subatomic particle that was only theorized until now, creating an entirely new material and a new architecture for quantum computing that's able to fit 1 million qubits onto this little chip.
This thing will have more computational power in it than all the
Alien software. I'm telling you, how do we invent this stuff? Have you ever seen a microchip zoomed in? I don't know how they make it.
Mind computation power in the planet.
Okay, but what does this actually mean? Well, a normal computer can only process things in bits, basically ones or zeros, whereas a quantum computer uses qubits that can be both in that 1 and 0 state at the exact same time. Imagine a maze. A computer mouse has to go in each direction one at a time to find the end. But a quantum mouse can go in all directions at the same time. The more qubits you have, the more quantum mice you have that can explore these exponentially many paths at the same time, solving the maze much, much faster. To put this all in perspective, the largest quantum computer that we have right now has a little over 1,000 qubits, and to expand this, it would take up football fields of space. But this new Majorana 1 chip will be able to house 1 million qubits in the palm of your hand.
You know, what if the universe is infinite in this way? Like, what if, like, the more you go into space, it's like this? Like, you just zoom into it and then you are back at it. I don't know. Let me let this image. I don't know if my idea can fully conveyed.
This robot. So we can go out there and explore and kind of prepare the way for humans. And
this is what I've been thinking the entire time. I think Elon Musk, with his Cybertrucks and his spaceships, he's not testing anything about the economy on Earth. I think he's trying to take all of that to Mars.
That'll be a very cool image if we're able to achieve it by launching end of next year. It would actually technically arrive in 2027, but that would be an epic picture to see Optimus walking around on the surface of Mars.
The ratio is always the same. 1 to 1.618 over and over and over again. Patterns are hidden in plain sight. You just have to know where to look. Things most people see as chaos actually follow subtle laws of behavior. Galaxies, planets, seashells. The patterns never lie, but only some of us could see how the pieces fit together. 7,080,360,000 of us live on this tiny planet. This is the story of some of those people. There's an ancient Chinese myth about the red thread of fate. It says that the gods have had a red thread around every one of our ankles and attached it to all the people whose lives we are destined to touch. This thread may stretch or tangle, but it will never break. It's all been predetermined by mathematical probability, and it's my job to keep track of those numbers, to make the connections for those who need to find each other, the ones whose lives we need to touch. I was born 4,161 days ago, on October 26, 2000. I've been alive for 11 years, 4 months, 21 days, and 14 hours, and in all that time, I've never said a single word.
What should you do if you accidentally drown while swimming? Remember and save this video. It could save your life in a critical moment. If you find yourself in a drowning situation and you fall into the water vertically, how much of you can stay afloat? You'll notice that part of your head can still stay above the water. So when drowning, the key is to keep your face above the water. Here's a simple action to help. After you stay calm, tilt your head back. If you're worried about being unstable in the water, you can slowly extend your arms backward. But make sure your arms stay above the surface of the water. This will help keep your legs afloat, and your feet should be bent. Maintain this position while waiting for rescue to give you precious time to be saved. Why are non-swimmers more likely to drown? Because their instinct is to reach out and grab something. But the moment you lift your arms out of the water, your head will sink. Remember this. If your hands come out of the water, your head will go down.
I know this is not a conspiracy, it's just a helpful tip. I don't know how that got in there.
So would you care to answer?
8 ounces.
12 ounces.
16 ounces.
The absolute weight of the glass doesn't matter. It depends on how long I hold on to it. If I hold it for a minute, nothing happens. If I hold it for an hour, my arm will begin to ache. If I hold it all day long, my arm will feel numb and paralyzed. Well, the weight of the glass hasn't changed, but the longer I hold on to it, the heavier it becomes. The stresses and the worries of life are like this glass of water. If you think about them for a little while, there's no problem. Think about it for a little bit longer, it begins to hurt. You think about them all day long, and you'll feel paralyzed, incapable of doing anything. Always remember, put the glass down.
It's crazy that you're 72. Like you look like, I don't know, like you're 36 or something.
If you eat 1 meal a day and fast 3 days out of a month, he said, you'll hardly ever get sick. He said, but if you don't want to ever get sick, just eat 1 meal and then nothing the next day and then eat 1 meal every other day. At the most, you may get sick once every 2 or 3 years. But if you want to take it to another level, like the ancient patriarchs that lived to be 1,000 years of age, did you know that before Noah, all the way from Adam to Noah, the average life expectancy for man was 912 years of age? Regular years the way we count them. Adam was 930 when he died. The oldest man in the scriptures named Methuselah, 969. How'd you live to be almost 1,000? He ate 1 meal, fasted 3 days, and then ate another meal. If you eat like that, you will never get sick.
There is some truth to what fasting does. And one thing that I've realized when people say, you know, it's helping me live longer, so to speak, right? It's that your body has a lot of junk in it, like in general, like junk molecules that really don't do anything. So when you fast, your body absorbs those molecules that aren't doing anything and uses them for energy. So it kind of clears out all of these useless toxic cells, which brings life to newer cells to replace them. And that's how fasting, I've seen, helps people live longer lives.
Your body will never have enough toxins to even...
Because you're the first person that's noticed this.
Well, that was today's conspiracy videos. There's a little bit of truth in conspiracies, and I'm glad you guys hung out to the end. If you like videos like this, then sub up to the channel. Check out the other videos that are on here. Go deep diving and see what they don't want you to see. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.